Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. I am the Max Future. It's in the last part. We started our Pokemon journey, got our starter, named him her something that shouldn't have been their name, and we got the parcel. We got our Pokeballs, and now we're gonna go and catch our very first teammate. But oh wait, first I think I should mention that Bulbasaur here was always a dude, and I've always named him Bulblorb. He was always this, and I refuse to believe anything you have to say otherwise. This is how it's always been, and it's how it's always going to be. Thank you, and good day, sir. Except not good day, because we're about to go catch a Pokemon. Ran out of air. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's time to search high and low for our new friend. Don't know how long it's going to take me, but, hey, it'll happen eventually. Or hey, it could happen instantaneously. I'm good with that, too. Alright, well that's lucky. Yes, here we have the amazing and awesomeness incarnate that is the Mankey. One of my favorite Pokemon ever, actually. It is a fighting type. It is based off a monkey and a pig, which is a very interesting combination, but hey, whatever. I think I already mentioned it's a fighting type, so whatever. It's an all-around pretty dang awesome Pokemon, and that's all the reason I need to catch one for my team. Let us do this. First try, first go, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Awesome, first try. Alright, and just like that, we've got our second team member. Isn't that just a big old pile of awesome? Extremely quick to anger, it could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. And unlike Bulbasaur, I am fully aware that this particular Mankey is female, so I will give it a properly female name. I shall name her Nami. Because I want to, that's why. Alright, now let's take a quick look at our two Pokemon team. Let's see them. Bulborb, who's quirky nature, that's very appropriate. And we've got a Nami with a quiet nature. That's actually very unique for a Mankey. I mean, not really. In the coding, it's just as likely as any other nature, but I'm looking at this from like a realistic standpoint. That's a very uncommon personality trait for a Mankey. That's very interesting. Its ability is Vital Spirit, which means nothing can ever put it to sleep. That will come in handy, I do say so. Now, part of the things that I'm going to be editing completely out of this particular Let's Play is me leveling up my Pokemon, because I honestly don't think you guys want to see me running through the grass for a couple hours, making my Pokemon strong enough to actually manage to get past all of the trainers that we have to go up against. So we shall heal up our Pokemon at the Pokemon Center, and I'm going to go into the grass, and I'm going to go train my Pokemon to a reasonable level. Not unbelievably high, that would be silly. Just strong enough to get them by what we need to go through for the rest of the episode. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. If all of you seriously dislike that idea, then I guess I'll show myself leveling up, but as it stands right now, it seems completely unnecessary. So, I shall see you in a little while with a bit stronger Pokemon team. See you then. Wait a second, we've got a Rattata, a normal type, a Pokemon very, almost universally loathed and completely ignored by the general public. It's actually a perfectly decent Pokemon that if you wanted to catch and raise, you could totally make it work. It's got honestly a very diverse move pool for what it is, and don't let anyone say otherwise that you can't raise one if you really want one. All Pokemon are completely valid options. Okay, back to training. And with that, Bulblorb learned Leech Seed, an ability that will launch parasitic seeds at your enemy and siphon their health and give it back to him so it can heal him up a bit. Very useful. I'm probably going to be using that move for the entire dang game. Not even going to lie. Now for some quick Nami training. Back in a moment. Aha! At level 6, my Mankey learned Low Kick, a move that does more damage the heavier your opponent is, which is actually a very interesting little tactical maneuver, all things considered. If you're facing an enemy that's much, much heavier than your particular character, with the Pokemon that has that attack, then it will do much more damage. However, if it's very light, it won't do nearly as much, so that's something to take into consideration whenever you are going to use that attack. And it's okay to continue things off right where we are, because I'm actually done with training for now. Like I said, I didn't do anything too major, just bumped them up just a little bit. Just an itty-bitty little bit. And that should be plenty strong enough to get us through where we want to go. Before we actually go ahead and advance the story, we're going to go ahead and do a complete little optional thing, because, I don't know, seems like fun, might as well. Route 22. A route we will not be returning to for a very long time. But hopefully it will be worth it when we do. Oh ho ho, it's this jerk again. Hey, you're off to the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Because I'm about to abruptly challenge you yet again. 2 times in one day, because he is a jerk. He's also captured another Pokemon of himself. He captured himself a Pidgey. That is a perfectly acceptable choice. Good on you there. I will be using my Mankey, and this is not good. Sand attack lowers accuracy, which will make me miss, and you do not want your attacks to miss. But so far I'm getting miraculously lucky. And the Pidgey actually misses instead. Oh, nope, stalemate. Okay, that was to be expected. Okay, whoa, not good. Come on. Come on, Nami. You can stick it out. Don't screw it up. Oh. Apparently, my team is not nearly as strong as I thought it should have been. Oh. That is unfortunate. I'm at quite the disadvantage now. Pidgey is a much stronger than my Bulborb is. That's unfortunate. Okay. I just might be able to pull an upset, though, so let's give it a shot. You haven't lost until you've actually lost, after all. Yeah, you go ahead and tackle. I don't give no dangs. Oh, wow, that did remarkably little damage. Not good, not good. Gotta be perfectly honest, I'm probably kind of doomed here. Should have done more training. Ah, well, you win some, you lose some. It's not like you actually have to win this fight anyway. It's completely optional. But hey, whatever. I took down the Pidgey. Good enough for me. Quick level up for the good old Bulborb. Get some stats up. Awesome possum. And unfortunately, he still has Charmander going on for us. Yeah, scratch. That's perfectly good. Now use Leech Seed. There we go. Get some HP restoration up in here. Seems like the best course of action. I'm gonna have to play very strategic if I have any chance whatsoever of actually winning this particular fight. Alright, oh, yes, keep scratching! Keep scratching! That is the intelligent thing to do. Absolutely, just keep doing that. You keep doing that, rival! Phew! Luckily for me, it seems my opponent is just as incompetent as I am, so I just might be able to pull this one off. Yes! Okay! Critical hit! Whenever a Pokemon does a critical hit, it completely ignores a Pokemon's defense status. Well, yeah, defense stat, and it pretty much does as maximum amount of damage as it possibly can, and did I just pull this out of nowhere? My attack missed! Unfortunate, but Leech Seed comes in. Is it enough to defeat the Charmander? No, just barely, but I'm gonna have to say it's gonna take one hell of a lucky blow on Charmander's part to take it away from me at this point. And he wastes it on a scratch attack, but it was a critical! Impressive, but unfortunately not enough. My attack may have missed, but Leech Seed is a completely 100% accurate move at all turns. This Charmander is done. Cannot believe I managed to actually pull that victory straight out of my butt. Alright, go Bulborb! I chose correctly when it seems. And you are defeated. Ah, you just lucked out. Yes, I did. I well and truly lucked out on that one. I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Get out of here, you jerk. I completely lucked my way through that fight, and I am more than okay with that. Alright, let's head ourselves way back down to the Pokemon Center, because my Pokemon are beaten an inch away from their life. And I deeply apologize for my constant word stumbling. It's a problem I work on fixing every single day. It might benefit if I actually just started talking slower instead of always trying to be so fast-paced. I can afford to be a bit slower, a bit calmer. Just because I'm high energy does not mean I can't turn the dial back a little bit. Alright, how you doing, Nami? You okay? Yeah, you're okay. Wanted to make sure to do a little more training with you. That was unfortunate. It was also a type disadvantage, but hey. Well now, I've had my coffee and that's what I need to get going. What is that red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokédex. Apparently this old man knows what it is, even though it's new technology that's never before been seen by man, so I guess that makes him some sort of empath. Then let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? Well, actually, old man, I just captured a Mankey not too long ago, so I'm actually quite well adept at that particular way of going about things. Oh, I suppose I'd better show you then. Actually, that's completely unnecessary, but seeing as how this is the remake and not the original, I don't get an option in the matter, and I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So, apparently, if you were extraordinarily, unobservant, or just not all around not that smart, this old man will teach you how to catch a Pokemon. Even though I already did. Whatever. In the original blue and red versions of this game, way back in the day, you could completely skip this guy. Not sure why it's mandatory in the remake. I guess to be a bit more, I don't know, new player friendly. Which is fine. I can suffer. It's only, like, what? Like a minute long? No big deal. There, now tell me that was educational, was it not? Not really. Really, it wasn't. And here, take this too. Obtain the TGTV. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Useless. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It'll teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. Thank you. Goodbye, sir. Man, that old man just does not know when to stop talking now, does he? Coming from the Let's Player who never shuts up. Bada bing, bada boom! Alright. Our first true venture. Can we make it past this next area? Well, only time will tell. The Viridian Forest. Crawling with all sorts of bugs and creatures of that nature. Very awesome, very awesome. I think there's something over yonder that we should probably go and nab while I'm aware of it. Pretty sure there's an item over here. Is there? Not seeing anything. Waste of time. No, there's probably... Nope, there totally wasn't one. Complete waste of time, I apologize. But on the plus side, hey, look, a Caterpie! Caterpie! You're pretty much standard of all standard bare basics bug type that you're ever gonna see. It's got string shot, it can slow you down, it can tackle you, it evolves into a Metapod and a Butterfree. All around, you know, generally an okay Pokemon. It's not gonna set the world on fire or anything, but like I said, and I cannot stress this fact enough, all Pokemon are completely valid options. If you look at that Caterpie and you see untapped potential, unlike the world has ever seen before, you go ahead and capture that Caterpie. And you raise it to its full potential, and be proud. Because there's no reason to be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Disheartened? Swayed? Whatever. Don't let people tell you what to do. Do your own thing. And if you don't want it, well then feel free to just wail on it with scratch attacks, just like my Nami did. Good job. Got a little experience points. I guess that wasn't a complete loss. I will be showing new Pokemon as they show up. After that, I will be, skipping past any random encounters of Pokemon I've already told you about. Also, I'm going to be following the Chugga Conroy School of Pokemon Let's Playing and only showing you mandatory Pokemon trainer battles. Anything that can be easily avoided will be cut out entirely. Although I will show you if they level up or gain moves or evolve or any of that nonsense. Is it a new one? Nope, it's another Caterpie, so later. And another hearty experience boost for my Mankey. Very good. Alright, this... unavoidable, so... Hello, good sir, it seems you would like to battle. Hey, you have Pokemon. Come on, let's battle them. Oh, I can't fault that kind of logic now, can I? Alright, bring it on, small child, who appears to be younger than my character is. Which is a little weird. He's Bugcatcher Rick. He's the Rickster. Alright, fine. And he has a Weedle, which is basically, kind of a counterpart to Caterpie, actually. It's a much more poisonous type creature, as it's obvious, and I've been poisoned, which means every single conceivable turn, I will be dealt just a little bit of damage. But, wouldn't you know it, that really starts to add up after a while. Very unfortunate. Weedle is a very good Pokemon, but I don't think he's in this version. Actually, I think you need to play Fire Red in order to encounter a Weedle. Each version has exclusive Pokemon, and this, game is absolutely no exception. Pretty sure Weedle is completely inaccessible, which is a shame, because I actually would have considered catching one if I could have gotten it. But alas, it is not a possibility. Go up a level, very good. What else do you got? You've got a Caterpie. Okay, that's fine. Lord, you're up, because Nami is poisoned, and that's not a good thing. Alright, bring forth your Caterpie. I shall tackle it Won't use Leech Seed. That would probably just end up taking more time than it would honestly be worth in the long run. Oh, you go ahead and string shot me all you want. My speed stat is completely irrelevant. And I guess I really probably should have explained that in the first episode, but hey, whatever. I'm not very good at this whole Let's Playing thing. Pokemon battling. It's very straightforward, just very turn-based, pick a move, hit them, everything's good. What's important, though, is your Pokemon stats, along with your enemy stats, obviously. There's the attack stat, which is how much damage a Pokemon will do with its physical attacks, like Tackle. There's the defense, which protects them from physical attacks. Special attack, which is stuff like, fire, toxic stuff, electricity, stuff like that. Special things that don't require physical contact, basically. That's what a special move is. That's special attack, that's how much damage it'll do. Special defense, vice versa, protecting yourself from it. And finally, there is speed, which determines when and whose Pokemon goes into battle. Well, not into battle. Attacks first. Who attacks first, who attacks second. That's dependent entirely on speed. And of course, there are moves that will affect yourself and your opponent's, Pokemon stats. Pokemon, a very strategic game. It's very deeper, and it's much deeper and complicated than honestly you would think it would work. And Nami has fainted from the poison. Very sad. I'm going to the Pokemon Center. Be back in a moment. Actually, on my way back to Viridian Forest, I'd actually like to bring something up. If you guys wouldn't mind me indulging on this little factoid. It's just if you were wondering why exactly I'm not really caring about the whole natures and EVs and deep, super deep, tactical sort of things for this game, it's because that's not the kind of gamer I am. I don't know if you noticed in the other Let's Plays I've made, but I play games to have fun, and to hopefully make you guys, smile and laugh while I play games. I mean, I'll show off everything there is to show off, and, I'll do everything that I think is necessary in the game, but I don't see any point in, I'm not the guy you turn to in order to, figure out how to play games the best possible way. That's just not who I am. I'm purely for entertainment and for fun, and if that's what I'm doing, then I'm doing my job right. So, I'm sorry if for some reason you went into this thinking I was going to dispense with all these amazing, super cool hints and tricks in order to, make you the best Pokemon player in the world. That's far from the case. And it turns out that Weedle is actually totally available here, but I don't think I'll catch one. I just got a Pokemon now, don't see any point in catching another one. Yo, you can't jam out here if you're a Pokemon trainer. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but hey. Alright, good sir, who are you? You are bug catcher Doug. He is Doug. Very well, Doug. Have at you. My Nami will defeat your no-good Nick Weedles this time, and hopefully not get poisoned in the process. Please don't get poisoned, please don't get poisoned, please don't get poisoned, please don't get poisoned. And she gets poisoned, of course. Woo! I get to walk all the way back to the Pokemon Center! See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the sort of stuff that can be prevented if you know what you're really doing. But I don't. I just know what I know on the surface, and basically that's all I really need to know, because I like video games and I like fun. I play these games to have fun. And hopefully you guys, will accept that little fact about myself and just sort of, just put that aside and watch me play Pokemon if you're so inclined. I'm sure there are a couple of people out there who actually want to watch this. Even if not, I guess it doesn't really matter. You're entitled to your opinions. If this is awful, if this is great, it's all up to you. But it's not going to stop me from doing my thing. Just going to keep on playing games and cracking, honestly, pretty terrible jokes. Making astute observations that a blind chimpanzee could probably have noticed himself. Because that's just the type of guy I am. Cumbersome Weedles getting all up in my grill. Stop with the string shots already. I'm already slower than you. Continuously lowering my speed when you already move first is completely pointless. You are a very silly Weedle. Getting some experience. Oh, hey, Nami grew to level 8. Awesome! Any new moves? Nope. But Bulborb went up to level 10, and that is perfectly acceptable in my book. Any new moves? Yes! We learned Vine Whip. Awesome. Grass-type move. Physical. Smacks somebody upside the face with a whip made out of a vine. I really shouldn't have to explain that to you. It's a Kakuna. This is what Weedle evolves into. Kakuna and its counterpart, Metapod, which is what Caterpie evolves into, like to harden, which is raising their defense stat, and that's pretty much all they will ever do. Which forces you into a never-ending gridlock of effortlessly wailing on top of this creature, hoping that it'll eventually fall over, but it'll keep hardening, and your attacks will do less and less damage as time goes by. And it's gonna take forever, so how about I cut, go to the Pokemon Center, and come back? Yes, I think that would be the best course of action, because this is going to take a while, and I don't really have anything else to say on the matter. Be back in a moment. Alright, and we have returned. And we have a floor item. It looks like a Pokeball, but it might actually be an antidote, which will cure any Pokemon of the poison status. Pretty dang handy, especially given, you know, the Let's Player track record of, you know, getting poisoned and the like. See if we can just sneak past these bushes without having, you know, to face any more unnecessary wild Pokemon. Guess not. Lousy Caterpie's getting all up in my face, acting like it knows what's best for me. It clearly doesn't. It's a very silly, silly creature. And I see another Pokemon trainer over there. Ambushed by a Weedle, but don't worry, I took care of it quite easily. The wild Caterpie and Weedle are useless to me. But hey, wild Pokemon give me free experience points, so what have I got to worth? What do I have to complain about? Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? Why the rush? I'm not really in a hurry or a rush. So, your point is completely moot, Sammy. And he sends out another Weedle. So many Weedles! And that Weedle should have evolved by now. I guess I'll explain evolution. I have to keep remembering that there's always a tiny possibility that no one's ever played a Pokemon game before, which strikes me as very odd. I mean, if you've never played a Pokemon game, I kind of doubt you'd even be watching this, because you clearly have no interest in the series whatsoever. I mean, the series has been out forever. If you haven't played one by now, you're probably never going to, but conversely, never watch a Let's Play of it, so maybe this is just falling upon empty ears, but evolution, when a Pokemon reaches a certain level, they will basically metamorphosize and turn into a completely new creature with improved stats and a new appearance and occasionally a new personality, but that depends completely on your own perspective. You're good at this. Yes I am. I am very good at this. I have a Mankey. She is my very good pal. Dang encounters! During the battle with the evil and vile Weedle, Nami was poisoned for the 3rd time in a single video, but she went up to level 9, so hey, that's always pretty good. Plus, we're freakishly close to a Pokemon Center, so I guess there's really no problem with that. So let us quickly skedaddle on over to a Pokemon Center and heal up our good friends. And we have arrived to Pewter City. The game never really made it a quick point to it, so I guess I'll do it for you. Each town, well, not every town, like Pallet Town, the town we came from, didn't have one, but most towns will have a Pokemon gym. Inside a gym is a gym leader. They're exceptionally good Pokemon trainers that, if you defeat, will give you a badge. If you get all of the badges in a region, basically, you know, the continent you currently live on, if you get all the badges in the area, you will be allowed to go into the Pokemon League, where you will fight the greatest Pokemon trainers in the entire continent, basically. And if you beat all of them, you are the Pokemon League champion and basically considered to be a pretty darn good Pokemon trainer, is basically what I'm trying to get at here.